Jay and Melvor. This will be your second year.
Second year. We have a special guest with us.
You have a special, yeah, you should introduce him to us.
So I am. One moment. One moment.
We did everything but the mic check.
Oh, there it is.
So I am Melvor.
I'm Jay. We're the Game Chasers. And we're joined by the gaming historian, Norm.
Hi.
Because we love Norm.
I'm here because you needed to borrow my laptop.
Pretty much, and we don't know how to operate it, so.
We'd be like, whoop, 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 whoop.
So, thank y'all very much for having us out, first of all. It's been a blast again. We love coming to this country. So, thank you. Y'all are so not enthusiastic right now.
How many of you guys even know who we are?
Like 5, okay. Well, see you later.
It's a new record.
So we're gonna do something we don't usually do.
What's that?
I don't know, I think the speaker broke.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so, it is?
Yeah.
It just sounds like it's gonna break?
It just made static noise. Keep talking. This is your panel. You gotta.
No, I know, that's why
Come
I'm
on.
just kind of bullshit. Okay, so usually we're unprepared and it's just a big ass Q&A, so that's still gonna happen. However, we have a video, and Melvor, you want to set this up?
So this is going to be the next. This is going to be part of the next episode, and this is very rough. And I thought it'd be cool to actually let you guys see what an episode looks like before it's finally polished.
I hope your
So
ears
you're
pop
going to
up.
see green screen work, and you're going to see little blank spots where there's nothing. That footage has to be inserted in. I just thought you guys, it's almost like a little behind the scenes thing. And it's a little preview of the next episode, which is Retrospillmessen, which is the convention that we started in Texas. So there's a bunch of people there, like 8-Bit Eric, and which means that things are going to get bad, which they usually do. So, of course, Billy is not here.
We don't care though. Notice we didn't mention it until just now, like he's an afterthought.
Yeah.
No, okay, so for those who don't know, he has an extremely bad back, and an 8-hour plane ride twice is just not good for him. So, but, hang on.
Should I text this to you and put it on your laptop so everyone can look?
It should have been done like
days
ago.
I just thought about it.
maybe
No,
even hours ago.
He texted me the other day and was like, hey, I got a special thing for you guys, and he wanted me to show. Okay, wait. Okay, special pick for the people of Norway. Show them. So I hope y'all can see. Hope y'all can see this. So
Wow.
he's with us in spirit, I guess. Oh, he's so repulsive.
But Dodongo wanted to show also, but he's busy with work and stuff, and so it's unfortunately just Jay and I. So
So yeah,
that's
you got the
enough.
A-team. So
But we can go ahead and watch the video now if you like, and give you guys a little preview of the next episode.
Alright. We got sound.
do we have sound?
We have sound to the
We have sound to the
HDMI.
HDMI. Yep. Mm. Interesting. But we fucked up our mic check, didn't we?
Oh, that's my bad.
It's Norm's fault.
It is my fault.
Oh,
Nope. Never mind. It's not my fault.
no. Well, now I hear it, so maybe it is your fault.
The speaker thing is the internal thing on the laptop, and the volume
Yeah.
is going all the way down to that.
Maybe you should run it.
No, you hear it?
Okay, here's something.
I hear it in the speaker. I hear it on that one.
Was that alien?
It was doing that this morning.
Was it?
Yeah. A video player?
Another video player.
Um,
Hey, look, it's Jan.
Where is
no, I mean, it
Where is he?
we can
Look,
hear
look
it.
at the screen, you idiot.
Yeah, there's
Here-
John. There's the
comes
guy
out
who
fine on
started
the
this whole
laptop
thing.
speaker.
So if you guys see him running around, say how much of a good time you guys had.
I guess we
He
could
came
take
down-
a
he
question
came
or
down
two while we're
to-
trying to figure this out. couldn't
He
we?
came down actually to Texas for Retropalooza to kind of hang out and stuff, which was awesome. So let's see if we can figure this out. Yeah, we can take some questions.
Okay, start it over. Okay, here we go for real this time.
Oh no. So the funny thing is, what's happening now happens to us all the time. We kind of like stumble into everything we do,
Half-assed
unfortunately.
and unprepared.
And it's absolutely amazing that we've caught on tape what we have, and that we've had several seasons worth of Game Chasers actually created. So let's take some questions, I guess.
Who's got the question? Oh, wait, what?
We're gonna try. There it is. I can kind of hear it.
God, he looks like such a fucking his kitchen. The Eric idiot.
You're in my territory now, fucko. Look at this. This is what you want, internet? You let this happen?
I don't want to hit play again.
Just play it.
This is my favorite part with the
Now rewind
intro
it.
right here. So look how winded really was.
Rewind it. Rewind it. Yeah, it should work now, right? Hang on, is the audio issue in the editing?
No, it renders the audio on the whole thing now whenever it feels like it.
Well, obviously not.
So go ahead and just fast forward, I guess.
It's gotta be the editor's fault.
It's something with like audio frequencies or levels or something. It's like picking up the theme song, but not the.
Okay, so I guess we can forget about the preview.
Or we can just watch it. And not hear it.
Watch it and do live commentary over it and just talk shit about everybody.
Huh? Yeah, that's true. We can just keep it playing. That way you guys can look at how ugly we are. But actually, do you guys have any questions?
Dude, you blurred out Pete's
Did you
face. That's
blur-
I
hilarious.
did blur up Pete's face. Okay, so that's kind of a running thing. This guy hangs around us a lot and is at a lot of conventions. And at that point, he actually said, "You're lucky to see this if you ever do, because I always get cut out." So,
Now it's going to be a running gag that he gets blurred out.
yeah, yeah.
Pretty much,
That's
yeah.
great. That's a really good idea, actually.
But yeah, this is fascinating, isn't it?
Wait, I got an idea. What if you just like turn it
Oh,
up?
just
on
turn it
your
up.
deal, put
Yeah, yeah. Actually, you know what?
Just put the
That's
mic.
part of what Joe idea.
All right, we'll try that.
Okay, hang on. One more try.
Take 6.
Right there. Oh yeah, speakers.
week's episode of the Game Chasers.
Yeah, y'all can hear that? Okay.
Video games are fucking bullshit. You don't all hate me on the Game Chasers. You know, some of you guys like me.
That's a really good game. Eric is going back to bad graphics, and that's a bad thing.
There's nothing really kind of coming out to me. I know that sounds bad.
What happens at Retropalooza stays at Retropalooza. I'm not sure America and the world is ready to see this.
But it's cool as shit. I want one. I'm not gonna fucking lie. Actually, when he showed me, I was like, what the fuck?
How many did you go on the Game Chasers?
It's gonna get cut out. I make stupid shit.
You know what? You're in my territory now, bucko.
You're gonna shit your pants.
Look at this. This is what you want, internet? You let this happen?
What the fuck just happened? I took a shower today.
Can y'all still hear that? Yeah? Can y'all hear it? That's hers. You don't have to switch them out.
Retropalooza 4. We're at Retropalooza 4 here in Arlington, Texas.
Retropalooza is a video game convention where you look for video games and you mingle with all your collector friends and meet new people. It's fun. Everyone always has a blast at this.
What are you doing? He's fucking trolling us, probably.
Why are y'all so paranoid? Seriously. Do I look like the type of motherfucker that would start trolling?
Yes!
100%.
Yes, absolutely.
How am I a girl? Troll.
Get this shit out now.
If you do see this video, you're very lucky because every Game Chasers episode I get added out
Every
of.
time the Game Chasers episode that was shot in Arizona, and you're like, wait, you were in it? And then we're like, he's like, yeah, Melvor shot scenes with me, and we're like, he's like, you wanna bet they won't be in it?
So Jay's off doing Retropalooza stuff. He can't roam the floor, but I can, and I'm going to.
That graphics owe me a free game. They owe me a fucking free game for biting Billy's dick. I didn't have the camera on.
Oh, that was recording.
Yeah. I thought you were recording orchestra. Wasn't the camera all fucking...
Eric and Bad Graphics Gamers. This relationship goes back a ways.
Bad Graphics Gamers are YouTube/vendors that we run into pretty much at every convention nowadays. And their shtick is getting people to do stupid tricks for discounts of video games.
And of course, Eric is easily manipulated.
They told me last night if I let kiss their foot, they'd be a discount.
I know when I hear that Eric and Bad Graphics Gamers have some kind of deal in the works, I know it's going to be /good/disgusting. For what though?
I don't know, game.
You gonna do it?
I don't know.
Bad Graphics Gamers and Eric go hand in hand, like Laverne and Shirley, like the Olsen twins. They feed off each other because Bad Graphics Gamers will throw out a challenge and Eric will try to one-up it, and then Bad Graphics Gamers will try to one-up it, and by the end of the deal, somebody's either getting naked, they're having their pubes shaved, something's going down.
So yeah, I got this for biting Billy's wiener.
I think 6 feet first guy, batter catcher, to a
I'll
shot.
for this one, I'll do right now. Yeah.
All right.
What's the price though? 15. Just 15 for base tabs?
For what?
Base tab. All right. So how much for the next hat?
20. You said 20, I said 15.
How big are you gonna do it? Where are you gonna do it?
Well, you got a lot of facial hair. I'm thinking like up here somewhere.
All right. Yeah. 20. Don't make like super like messy. Just draw something.
What are we doing?
We're just giving them a tattoo.
This is as crazy as this sounds that they're going to draw on Eric's forehead. This is kind of tame, honestly. I poured like some of the most disgusting things ever concocted together in one soup down Eric's throat at too many games. He had his butt hair shaved off and attached to his face, his forehead. This is tame compared to that. Should I start this? Yeah, very good.
Gee, I wonder what the fuck you're gonna draw.
Retropalooza. I may have drawn something a little graphic that people might interpret the wrong way. So let's be safe and blur it out and never ever mention it.
Dude, 3 people? That's more than 20.
Honestly, Eric does this, in my opinion, for the laughs, for the lulz. He likes to make people laugh. And that's the only reason he's doing it. I don't think that he would do this stuff behind closed doors if the camera wasn't rolling. He just enjoys making people laugh and cringe and all that stuff. I don't know, that's not true. He's done some really effed up stuff when the camera wasn't rolling, though.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Round ball and Hollywood squares.
Dude, I want to find like a whole bunch of cheap Atari games.
Alright, let's go find some.
You are an idiot. What did you get? What did you got? It's over here, Marker. Come here. I'm gonna fix it. Make it work. Look at this. This is what you want, internet? You let this happen?
What's wrong with that? Marker. Mine's the real tattoo.
Just go. Go.
This is amateurs. Bush leagues.
Am I disappointed in Eric?
Dude, I had too many games. I had to do whatever I want in my hair.
Look, I was at too many games. I saw what you did. Half of it was vomit inducing.
Yeah.
Some junk down. That's the moral story. You do you, man. You're
Nothing
the
wrong
best
with it.
version of
There's nothing wrong with it.
Hate shit, Eric.
Nothing wrong.
I'm here at the con right now, and honestly, I don't have a particular thing that I'm looking for. I'm just looking forward to looking at everything. I've never had fish oil before, so I feel honored that it's Norwegian. That's an acquired taste right there.
Did you try this?
No, I didn't.
You should do that.
Brown cheese?
Brown cheese on like oily, dry bread.
Oh, that's good. That's pretty good. I like that.
What you're eating now is called knekkebrød og brunost. Try saying knekkebrød
Knekkebrød
og brunost.
og brunost.
Good job.
Yeah.
Nothing I like about these conventions is seeing all my friends, all my other YouTube friends who live all over the place. And although I was busy, I did get to spend a little bit of time with them.
Hey, dude, they're in perfect condition. Complete. He wanted like 325 for them. I'm down to about 300. It was pretty expensive, but like,
He came to you, down.
I got down, and like, it's the kind of game where it's like you're never gonna see him in this good condition. I don't have to worry about finding the map and the manuals.
I have an empty box, or just the empty box of that one. I don't have actual card.
The maps are like brand new.
To me personally, if I'm going to be collecting physical cards and not just emulate everything, I want everything in the best condition possible. So that's why I'm always on the lookout for upgrading my boxes and just, well, buying boxes.
I need to get some pretty good sleeves for these bad boys. They were terrible playing. But I was looking around, I saw Chrono Triggers going left and right, 400, 500 complete. That's like, it's crazy, man. It's getting worse. I feel like YouTube, we've like
sucks.
No, we all need to team together and say all the good shit actually sucks.
Let's go.
Hey man, fuck Super Metroid. Don't buy that shit. It's horrible. Win or lose is great. Everyone's having a good time, and I'm enjoying myself.
He's better looking, Billy. What's better?
I just had enough of it. Just, you know what? He can go fuck himself.
She said he's a better looking Billy. Okay. So the little blank spots are going to be like where Eric does his interview footage and it's inserted in, and most likely it's actually going to be completely different. I'll probably rearrange things and try to get a better flow and stuff, but I think it'd be cool to let you guys see what an early cut of an actual episode looks like. It's not as pretty and polished as you might think, so. And just going through some of the footage actually is kind of boring, you know. It's trying to find the little entertaining parts in an hour's worth of footage you might find 2 minutes worth that people actually might enjoy to see. So I think when people go game chasing with us, they're kind of surprised. They're like, because you see the episode and essentially it's a highlight reel, you know, so people think we just, you know, kind of fall out of the car and the games are sitting right there for us, you know what I mean? But sometimes we'll go days without finding anything. And I think it's kind of a very optimistic view of what we do, because it is a highlight reel and people don't see. That's one thing I'd actually like to do more of, is show the misses, so people get a little more of a real accurate portrayal of what it is to actual game chase in Texas with us. Norm's been on you know, several episodes, and I mean, he can tell you half the time it's like it's worth taking a nap, you know.
Yeah, it's always, you never know. Sometimes we've driven an hour to a flea market and there's nothing.
Yeah.
So
Commons,
a lot
you know.
of driving. A lot of
yeah.
driving.
But as you always say,
It's a big game chasing game.
there you go.
So
Were you guys able to hear that in the back? Probably not. No, I didn't think so.
What, the video?
The video, yeah.
There's
Oh, you
the
did?
video.
You did hear it?
Yeah, I
Okay,
heard
well
it.
that's good if you heard it in the very back. All right, well that's good.
well, okay.
How was the Dongo's pronunciation of the cheese? Was that good or bad? Really? Yeah, all right, that's good. It
Interesting.
was better than I could have done. I would have slaughtered it. But, so yeah, that's the editing process. That's probably 70% done. Afterwards, we go through and normalize the audio and put the little insert clips in above everything, and you know, put the background music in. It's very, very tedious to actually make an actual episode.
And you guys key in for the green screen.
Yeah, key in
Put
the
in-
green
put in the
screen and
background.
stuff. Nobody ever really sees that type of stuff, so
Yeah.
it's tedious. It's not difficult, but that's the reason why we don't have a video, an episode out every week. It's because it takes so many hours just polishing it and getting everything nice and ready and stuff. So, I mean, if we had another editor, it'd be different, but you know, as of right now, it's difficult.
Mhm.
But Jay doesn't, I think, understand the editing process, and so
I don't want to understand it.
Yeah,
Keep
but
that shit.
if he did, we'd have more videos out. So you guys can blame him. You guys have any questions?
Yes, up front.
I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the interview footage, how you're planning it and how much of it you're cutting out.
So the way that works is normally we'll go and we'll film out at a flea market or something. We'll find whatever we find and stuff. We have to sift through all that footage, Billy and I, and that's tedious. We got to log it all. This clip, such and such happens and stuff. We kind of piece it together, And as we're doing so, we're able to kind of get a feel of the direction that the episode's going. So we start writing down questions and stuff to kind of almost help narrate more than anything what's going on a lot of times, and just kind of get everybody's reactions and stuff after the fact. But because we have such a backlog of material, sometimes it's like 6 months or even longer from when we go out filming at a flea market or somewhere to where we do the interview footage. And we sit down in front of the green screen, and Billy and I, depending on who is making the episode, has a list of questions that they want the other guys to ask. And they don't know what's going to be asked until they actually, sit down. What we like to do, because there's such a long span between, is just play them the rough footage to kind of help remind everybody of what actually happened. Because sometimes, if not, you ask them a question, so what about what happened here? And they're like, I don't even remember that, because it was so long ago.
Sometimes when I get interviewed, Billy will ask, well, tell us what games you picked up, and I was like,
right.
I can't remember what games I got, to be honest.
Or like I'll sit down and he'll be like, okay, where are we going? I'm like, I don't know, you fucking tell me. Like how far back are we going here?
So we found out recently that it helps refresh everybody's memory just to have the raw footage, maybe half an hour's worth, to show the highlights of what actually happened, so they're able to talk about the stuff and actually, remember what happened. But then we go through, and if you notice the little where it went blank in those little sections, that's where I'm planning on inserting something that Eric might say. So I have a list of questions that I'm going to send to him, and he'll answer them, and I'll take that footage and I'll go ahead and just kind of sprinkle it in as well. And that's usually the way it's kind of built up. We lay down the raw footage first, and then we start adding in the interview footage, and that kind of helps the direction that it goes. So it's harder or easier depending on how far in the past this stuff was actually shot. I think the record is like 2 years. I think I did a Toy Chasers episode that we shot, and it was like literally 2 years later before I got a chance to work on it. So I don't think that one will get beat, but...
Too fucking... I remember that. I do. I was like, dude, this was 2 fucking years ago. Because it was around the time Retropalooza 2, and then we started filming around 4 or something like that.
But our record from filming to actually put on YouTube has been, 24, 48 hours? It was a Toys for Tots episode.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was such a timely manner. It was a mini episode, so it didn't take as long to do, but we went out and we shot it, and Billy had that thing knocked out within a day and uploaded, so... I guess that sense of pressure might be helpful for us in the future. But no, it's not difficult to do what we do. It's just it's such a volume of stuff that you have to check off the list before it's actually ready to air. So there you go.
Someone asked a non-editing question. That shit's boring as fuck. Seriously. Yes. Oh, down here.
What was the drawing of the forehead?
We're not saying.
We can't talk about it.
We're not saying.
Can't say. Sorry.
I know what it is.
Sorry.
That was actually a pain in the neck to kind of rotoscope and follow him around, that little blurring thing. So I went through all that work. We're not going to give it away. Just, you got to think though, if we blurt it out, it's really got to be bad. Just think about that.
Yeah, just leave it at that. I'm sure. Go ahead.
Hey, we saw in an earlier episode that you were chased out of a flea market because some woman thought you were stealing or something. You got any more fun stories like that?
I think the one you're talking about, we weren't kicked out of that one, but we have been kicked out of flea markets before for filming. Security has come up and been like, what are you guys doing? Now you got to understand, where we live, there's a lot of illegal immigrants from Mexico. And they're real paranoid because they can get deported. Well, should get deported, don't usually, but they're still real paranoid about it. So they see a bunch of white people walking around with a camera, they get real nervous and call security on us. So But we come up with a lie. We basically like, oh, it's a school project. Or if one of the vendors asks, we tell them it's a school project. And usually they're like, oh, okay, because they think education and it's fine. They don't look at the fact that we're almost 40.
Community college.
Community college. I need those last 2 credits.
Yes.
Will there be more knocking on doors?
People are shaking their heads, so yes.
I will say that was very entertaining.
Yeah? Okay, so that's
I
not,
like
it's the first time we filmed that. Me and Billy have done it before just on our own. But that was the first time we'd ever filmed it because we had, why were so many fucking people in town? That was just filmed 3 weeks ago, actually.
Yeah. For the Houston.
Yeah, Houston, and then we went to Oklahoma City for a convention, and then we did that before everybody went home. But yeah, no, I could definitely see doing that and planning to get a little bit better. And
You guys could even travel to like Hollywood neighborhoods and
they
try to knock on celebrities' doors. That's great.
Sylvester Stallone answers. Oh, what do you want? That was a horrible slide.
What did he say?
He just laughed because he knows it was bad. Good question. Yeah, no, it was fun. It was really fun. Eric and Wood.
They were so scared.
Pussy, so scared.
Eric gets this like little shuffle when he gets nervous and he like backs up. You could tell he was really nervous.
Yeah. I don't even know why he was there. He was just scared. So I haven't seen the episode. Did the part where the guy was yelling, "Who the hell is it?" Was that in there? Okay.
Yeah, that was in there.
Yeah, Eric was so scared right there. Like he backed up and was like, "I don't know about this." I'm like, y'all just fucking relax, please. But you know, you got Eric and a Wood. And I'm censoring myself so bad right now. I don't like it. Next question.
So last year you come across a lot of new games like the Masters of the Universe and the Smurf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you come across some new games this year on Retrospillmessen?
Yeah, a couple. When I come out here, we don't get a lot of import stuff where we are. Some stores, I mean, I've seen it before, but not a whole lot. Usually from Japan, nothing from really Europe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I picked up a couple of things. We filmed, so I don't really want to say anything, but yeah, we picked up a couple of things.
We found some stuff. Gerard's found some stuff. He's hiding in the back right now. Pat's found some stuff that we got on tape, so yeah, I know we found some good stuff actually. We'll make a good episode.
Next, in the back.
Yeah, so how much, so how many of the games that you buy do you actually play, or do you just put it on the shelf for collection, or?
That's actually a really good question. God, if I had to say a percentage, it's probably not very high, honestly. I could probably not buy another video game for like 5 years and play a different game every single day.
Maybe the rest of your life.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I got a lot of fucking games. A lot of games. No, it's hard to play everything. I play as much as I can, and honestly, probably like 90% of my gaming is current gen. I do play retro stuff, but mainly current gen stuff. So.
Billy talked about he collects because he wants to build like a library of games. He thinks of it like books, and I thought that was a really good way of explaining. Why he likes to just say, "Oh, what game do I want to play?" And he can just look through a whole big shelf and just pick one. So,
sure.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Questions? So if there's no more questions, this thing has to end. So someone start thinking of something. Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
If Netflix wanted to give you some money and distribute your show, what would you say?
Money?
Money?
You know what? It would depend. It would depend on if they gave us control.
Right. One thing we're not going to do is falsify anything and be fake and plant fines and shit like that and script cornball fucking jokes. It's just not going to happen. So if they were like, okay, you guys just do what you do, and maybe like we provide you a team of editors instead of just one dude doing it, as long as we could kind of stay true to ourselves, then yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because we love American Pickers and Storage Wars.
Because we've talked to production companies before about actually getting on TV, and that's something that we tell them. We're like, we're not going to do the bullshit. Like if
because you
want
can
us
tell
to,
the fake parts.
Yeah.
In those
it's
shows.
just not going to happen. So, but yeah.
That being said, nobody's offered us anything.
I don't think it's because of that, but anyhow, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have any of you been fighting or annoyed at each other at the car rides?
All the fucking time.
And
oh yeah, all the
what
time.
about?
Got everything. A lame joke that just it just said over and over and over and over again for hours and hours on end. Hygiene. Let's see.
By the way, I feel sorry for Jared and Heidi.
Yeah, sorry, Jared. Right.
I'm thinking about the one time Billy had like a breakdown because he got cheese on his burger.
No, we were in, where the fuck were we? South Carolina, I think. And we pulled over at this restaurant to eat. And
it was
No, that was
No, it was a
White
Castle.
Castle.
White Castle.
That's a completely different story.
Oh, this is another one.
But they made his burger really, this is so fucking dumb. Really, really sloppy. Like they just like bun, meat, fucking dressing or salad, don't y'all call it here, and then fucking condiments shit, and then bun, wrapped it up, here you go. He was so fucking mad. He's like, I need you to pull over. Real calm. I need you to pull over. I was like, what's wrong? He goes, just pull the fucking car over for a minute. He disappears. He comes inside with an empty-handed. I was like, what the fuck was that about? I didn't like the way they fucking made my burger. It was fucking sloppy, like they didn't give a shit. And I'm like, well, they don't. They're fucking fast food employees. What's the matter with you?
That's like being on the road though for like 8 hours, you know.
Oh, eight? No, that was like 18
grumpy.
hours on the road.
Yeah, it gets creepy.
Yeah.
My favorite though was the White Castle one. I saw that one.
Wow, man, this you were there for that, weren't you?
Yeah, that was awesome.
So I think we mentioned it in an episode, but the extended version is, so we're in Tennessee, and where we were compared to where we live is, it's 12 hours driving, okay? And we stop along the way. We'll stop at anything and everything we see. A Goodwill, a thrift store, a game store, it doesn't fucking matter, we'll stop. So this 12-hour drive turns into like an 18-hour drive. And it's 2 in the morning or something, and the whole car is like, hey, food, awesome, let's get food. And we don't have this particular restaurant where we live, it's called White Castle. They do like the mini burgers, they call them sliders. So we're like, White Castle, like, all right, dope, let's go to White Castle. So we find a White Castle, and we pull up to it, and it's closed. Well, White Castle is supposed to be 24/7. This one was closed for some reason. So everyone's in the mood for White Castle. I'm like, don't worry, guys, there's more than one here. I know this. We've been to White Castle in this town before. So I find another one that's literally like 1.5 miles away. Okay, so kilometers, that would be what, like 3 kilometers away or something? Not very far, right? And Billy just goes, I swear to God, if you go to another restaurant, I'm gonna tear this car apart. And I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? What are you talking about, dude? He goes, I don't want to fucking go to anywhere to eat. I'm like, you're hungry. I don't give a shit. We're not going anywhere. I'm like, well, we kind of are because there's fucking 6 of us, so we're not gonna go eat just because you need a tampon. And it just didn't make sense. And like, I think it's Norm is like, I just picture him, you know, like the bonus stage on Street Fighter where they're beating up the car, like that was Billy. And it was a rental, and I'm like, what, are you gonna like rip the fucking headrests off and the visors? Like, what the fuck does I'm gonna tear the car up mean? So we get some food in him, and he calms down, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna tear the car up? Shut up, I won't talk about it.
We're picking on Billy right now, but that happens to each one of us.
Oh yeah, it happens to each one of us.
Look,
Look, if someone's like, hey, getting kind of hungry, you got like 30 minutes to an hour to find food before we just turn into like the biggest crybaby bitch in the fucking world. And don't matter who it is, they're impossible to deal with.
And we go, oh, it's your turn now.
Yeah,
because we kind of rotate, you know. We're usually lucky that it's only one of us.
Yeah.
And not all 3 at once.
Yeah.
But I'm just as guilty. There's times where I'm not having it, you know, and I'll be just a terror, and it's like, oh, it's your turn now, isn't it? So
Sometimes we'll intentionally try to annoy each other. Like Billy, especially, this motherfucker. he needs a butt plug for his farts, okay? He will fart. I've timed it before. And one time he farted. I'm like, okay, it's disgusting. Roll the windows down. 30 minutes later, farts again. I'm like, dude, come on. 20 minutes. It was like every 30 minutes he was farting. Then it goes down to every 20 minutes. And I'm like, legit, I'm watching the clock. It got down to every like 7 minutes he was letting one go. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, how are you trolling me like this with farts? I don't fucking get it. And one day, me and Eric and him were coming back from Philadelphia. We're going home. And me and Eric put on some country music. And at first it was going to be a song or two. And I think we both kind of had the same idea, but didn't vocalize it or anything. We were just going to keep running country music until Billy was finally like, can y'all turn this the fuck off? And it was like 8 hours of country music. And he never said anything. So it was kind of a failed joke, but what are you going to do?
Well, for the most part, we do know how to push each other's buttons.
Oh, big time. Big time.
And we do that a lot, so.
Yeah.
Monkeys doing human things.
Oh yeah,
here we go.
That's a good
Don't
one.
start. Don't start.
That's the most random one.
Actually, we were waiting for the parade on Constitution Day, and I remembered that he doesn't like monkeys doing human activities. So we were looking up, you know, those like dumb kids movies where like the monkey can play hockey or baseball, or they make them in America. But so we were looking up the movie posters. So there's like a monkey like playing hockey. It's called like Most Valuable Primate, and it just really bothers him.
It bugs me when I see monkeys like drinking Pepsi, smoking cigarettes, reading magazines, fucking driving cars and shit. I don't like it. You're a fucking monkey. Go hang out in the fucking tree. Leave that shit to humans. Bugs the fuck out of me. I don't like it.
And then there's a sequel, Most Extreme Primate, and he's snowboarding.
Fuck that monkey. Oh, that bugs me. I don't know. What are you gonna do? I don't like that shit.
Well, and then we started just Googling monkey doing human thing, and we found a monkey on a jet ski.
That one was, that one was actually kind of funny.
The monkey's like,
Sorry, we're easily amused.
Oh, very. I think we had a question in the middle.
So your ultimate nightmare must be Planet of the Apes.
Planet what?
Planet of the Apes.
No, my ultimate nightmare is like a pit of fucking cockroaches. That's, ugh, can't do that.
Really?
Yeah, I fucking hate cockroaches.
They're harmless though. They're not gonna...
I hate cockroaches.
I know, but like there's like far worse pits of animals you could fall in. Is all I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, you can fall into like a pit of fucking lions.
Yeah.
So
but that would be easier than a bunch of cockroaches.
I would rather, well, hang on. The lions are gonna kill me. The roaches aren't, but
yeah,
cockroaches just, they're just disgusting.
That's your Indiana Jones.
Yeah. So Indiana Jones don't like snakes. I don't like fucking
But
roaches.
even Indiana Jones has like at least some snakes could potentially kill you. So like I get that fear. But
Cockroaches
anyway,
are filthy. They're a filthy fucking
they are dirty.
thing.
Yeah.
They're gross.
Yeah. Like
The way they fucking crunch when you step on. Y'all know what cockroaches are? Y'all have those up here? Yeah? How big do they get?
We don't have them here.
You don't have them here, so everybody just fucking lied to me?
We know what they are.
Oh, you know what they are. You don't have them here, though. I'm fucking moving to Norway. I'm out. Fuck y'all.
Cockroaches.
Fuck cockroaches. In the back.
So what game do you think is most overrated?
Most overrated?
Yeah.
DuckTales. What? Yeah, DuckTales. Smash Brothers. Final Fantasy. Like, 1 through all of them. Any and every RPG ever fucking made.
He's just Mr. Hot Takes. Every hot take in the universe comes out of his
You realize I'm a pro gamer, so when I have an opinion,
I'm sorry. I apologize.
So pro gaming opinions.
Wow.
Bullshit, I heard. No, you know what? Honestly, like I don't like those particular games. So yeah, I'm just gonna be like overrated. But I just don't
I
like
have to
them.
think about that. I'm not sure.
For me, it'd be like Contra. But that's
Okay,
just 'cause I suck
really?
at it. I suck at it, that's why. So.
Really no bullshit from the peanut gallery on that one? Oh, okay, okay. Contra.
It's too hard.
Yeah, if you're an idiot. Next question.
What's your favorite game, old and new?
Old and new. Retro Super Mario Brothers 3. Hands down, the best retro game ever made. New. I like franchises like Grand Theft Auto, God of War. Those are probably two of my favorite current gen stuff.
Oh, me? I thought we were going to do Norm.
Oh, I can go. Favorite old game is probably Earthbound. My favorite new game that I've played recently, Red Dead Redemption. Really good.
You're just now playing that one?
Sorry, I didn't mean I just played it recently. I mean like modern game.
That's a great...
That counts as modern, right?
But I would say so. PS3, yeah. It's not too far.
My favorite retro was Mario 64.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I had more fun playing that than anything ever, so...
What about current gen?
Current gen? I like the indie stuff, actually. The smaller developers.
Such as?
I loved Limbo.
Go on.
I think the smaller indie developers have more creativity and are willing to take more chances, I think, a lot of times. Than
There's some unique stuff coming out in the
absolutely,
indie scene.
yeah. Super Meat Boy was awesome. Shovel Knight? I don't know who did Shovel Knight. Was that a bigger one?
That's Yacht Club Games. That was an indie game.
Yeah. Stuff like that I really enjoy playing now. So.
Don't you think Shovel Knight's overrated?
I do, but I promised someone on this trip I'd give it another try when I get home, and I will. But I could not find any fun in that game at all.
Well, if you didn't like DuckTales, I guess maybe I could see why you might not like Shovel Knight.
There's some similarities there. So, next question, please.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me a little bit about your new channel, Chasing the Unknown?
Talk about the Chasing the Unknown channel? Do y'all know about that? The Chasing the Unknown channel? Yeah, most of y'all. So we're big into like paranormal and ghosts and like cryptozoology type of shit, Bigfoot and like Loch Ness and all that kind of stuff. So we created a brand new channel called Chasing the Unknown to do all that kind of stuff. And there's, well, right now just one episode, and it's, you know, Roswell UFO crash. But we actually filmed for some of that stuff out here. You guys have Selma. Anyone know about that? Yeah? Yes?
We didn't.
No.
And we kind of found out that was more of a localized thing, but it was cool to find out about. So we went to the lake and looked for the monster and, just try to find more information about it. It was pretty cool, actually. Beautiful country.
It was pretty legit.
Yeah, it was pretty legit.
So, yeah, that'll be coming soon-ish, maybe.
But
When's the episode where we looked for aliens in Arizona coming out?
Yeah, that's the thing. We've filmed several places already.
That was
we kind of wanted to do something different than the UFO for the second.
Yeah.
So
break it up a little bit.
There's a lot of local stuff in Texas.
Haunted hotels and shit like that.
Yeah, stuff like that. So it's just stuff that we're interested in, and we took advantage of coming to Europe, and we could have done trolls, I guess, but.
There's not a lot of information out there on trolls. So what's the deal with trolls here? To scare away kids.
It's fairy tale. It's not something believed.
So nobody sees trolls. You don't hear some guy saying, "I got attacked by a troll."
Local news.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit.
Okay.
Strange rock formations during the day, which were experienced in the night. People like to think that they're trolls.
Yeah.
And there is a place in Hardanger where there are giant rocks just lying about, and people theorize that there are trolls throwing them around.
So your parents told you troll stories to what? Just to scare the shit out of you for no reason?
Exactly.
Okay.
Because they're
Okay. Everybody, when you leave here, text your mom or dad and tell them I said thank you for that. Next question. Up front. How long do we have? Can we run a little bit late if we need to? Maybe 10 minutes. No. 10 minutes.
Hi.
Hi.
A bit off topic, but have you guys watched any anime series or movies?
Like ever?
Yeah, do you have any favorites or something?
Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop's my
Yeah, I'm not huge into anime, but I did watch Cowboy Bebop, and that was pretty good.
Legit.
That's pretty legit. Does Dragon Ball Z count as anime? Yeah. I was working in San Antonio for a little bit, and I was staying with a friend out there when I would come into town, and he was huge into Dragon Ball Z. So, I didn't want to be like, dude, this sucks, can you change it? So I actually started watching it, and that's a really well-written show. I was actually really impressed with the writing on that one.
I like Naruto. I thought that was a good one. So, but yeah.
I've always been big into mecha anime. It's basically giant robots. My favorite is Macross Plus. I don't know if anyone's seen that. It's really good, and one of the main characters is voiced by, in the English dub anyway, Bryan Cranston of Breaking Bad.
No kidding.
One of his first big roles. I don't know, well, not big, but yeah, it's really good. The dub is really good.
Was it legit?
Excellent, very legit. Good music.
I remember growing up, I loved Speed Racer, and technically that's anime because it's Japanese,
Yeah.
Or Robotech.
Oh,
we had.
Robotech's good.
I love that one. So that's kind of the Macross thing also.
Yeah,
right?
it's weird how they got away with putting 3 different animes
Yeah.
and making it one.
But as a kid, I thought that was great, but I knew it looked different, but didn't really start calling it anime. I remember the 90s, they called it Japanimation.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's what it was called.
Yeah.
Because it was animation from Japan.
Yeah, it was a clever little pun, but I don't know when everybody decided that's stupid, we're calling it anime now. Because they said anime.
Because millennials
also.
are lazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Actually, I got a question. I always called, an RPG back in the 90s and 2000s, it was assumed you're talking about a Japanese, and then all of a sudden it's JRPG to kind of specify. Why not do WRPG for a Western or American? You know what I mean? How come that one had to be changed? You know what I'm talking about? Nobody knows what I'm talking about. So
I know, I know what you're talking about.
when did that change? Because I just heard that and I was like, what? What's a JRPG? So,
That's true. It was
I
just
bet the guys in the back know.
like an RPG.
America is too focused on itself.
Yeah. Oh, did we
That's
make a
probably true.
change?
That's probably true.
Did we change it for everybody? All right. Next question.
Okay, off topic again. What's your favorite bands to listen to?
Oh God, depends on my mood. Everyone likes the Beatles, right? So that's kind of default. But some of my favorite bands would be Aerosmith, Leonard Skinner, Eagles, Rob/White Zombie. I like Marilyn Manson.
We were having a big argument about this the other night.
Yeah, we were.
A lot of the classic stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I listen to a wide range of music, like damn near anything from any era. But yeah, like bands, those would be my top.
Newer stuff, I liked Mumford & Sons. I kind of, because they were unique, I thought, more of an earthy sound. I thought that was awesome. I like their stuff. There's a lot of pop stuff that I don't care for.
That's
right
not,
now,
well,
But
I don't know. I hear band, I think like playing instruments.
Well, NSYNC was a band,
Really?
Band.
No, I wouldn't classify them as a band. I mean, if we're going to go that route, then let's throw New Kids on the Block on my list. And
Weezer, I freaking love Weezer. That's one of my
Boys to
favorites.
Men.
Yeah. Yes.
What was the first game you ever played?
Combat on Atari, actually. It's the first one that I remember anyways.
For me, Empire Strikes Back on Atari.
Yeah. The Atari system, I think, is so pretty early on. I think that was the first one, and I still love that game actually. It's a simple game that, I'd play it right now if we could.
Fuck Combat.
Norm is a lot younger, so it's probably like.
Dang.
It's probably like.
Wow, roasted. Roasted up here.
No, I'm just saying we're a bit older, so the first game played, yours is probably like Super Mario Bros. 3 or something.
No, the first game I ever played was an old IBM PC game called Digger.
Huh.
And you're just this. It's a Pac-Man clone. It's like Dig Dug and Pac-Man combined, and you gotta run and collect the jewels and avoid the enemies. Digger and, believe it or not, Wolfenstein. And not Wolfenstein 3D, the old Wolfenstein, where you're like this 81?
Oh, okay.
But it was my grandpa's computer, and I just played on. But yeah, you're like a little stick figure running around Castle Wolfenstein trying to get out. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Good question. We got time for a couple more, maybe? Yes?
What was the first game you ever fall in love with?
Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, Super Mario Brothers was a game changer for sure.
It's an obvious answer, but at the time, I was used to seeing stuff like Combat,
Sure.
super dark backgrounds and stuff, and I was blown away when I first saw this game. Distinctly remember it. It's so bright and vibrant and so responsive. The controls and the music, is iconic now, but I mean, everything about the game just blew me away because it was so far advanced at the time from anything else I'd ever seen. So, yeah, that's what it is for me.
I got a question for y'all.
What?
If you could go back and replay something for the first time all over again, what game would it be?
That's a good one. I don't know.
Something that just,
Probably
like,
a game
knocked your socks off.
that I didn't really give that much of a chance. That everybody probably Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic. Simply because when I played it, I just couldn't get into it. And I think Billy's the same way. Actually, he said he just didn't give it a chance. So everybody ranted and raved about the game, and I was just kind of like, I would have liked to have gone back. If I were to, I think that'd be it. What about you?
I asked the question.
So, like, does it have to be a game that you have played before? Or you're talking about just like going back in time and playing a game?
No, something you played before. Like for me, so for me it'd be Super Mario Bros. 3. When I played this game, I was blown the fuck away. I was like, this.
So you just want to recapture the magic?
Right.
Okay. I guess that would be Final Fantasy VII for me.
Okay.
Yeah, that game kind of blew me away when I first played it.
All right.
Yeah, okay guys, we're gonna end this now. So thank you all for coming, and thank you. Give them a warm applause.
Thank you.
And you guys will be at your stand? You will be at your stand?
Yeah, we'll be at our
Yes.
We'll be at our table.
Right.